Hello and welcome to day 10. Actually, it's still the night of day 9, but I wanted to take a look and see what the monster situation is on shore before I go to bed. Now, I'm recording this one a bit differently than how I recorded the previous episodes. Here I am eating. And I'm actually talking after I recorded the game. So I already know what's going to happen is what I'm saying. But the sound quality has been so bad in the other episodes because when I record normally, while the game is playing and I'm capturing it, that causes the fan to turn on, and then I have to do a lot of noise removal, and the quality is very bad. So now the quality of my voice should be very good. So the first thing I'm doing in the morning is getting wheat. And now I have to put the seeds into my hotbar so I can plant them. Oh no, see what I've discovered here is that I have no space and I'm wondering why. So I look in there and I see, oh, I'm not wearing my clothing, I'm just carrying it around. So I put on my armor, that creates a few extra spaces, and now I'm replanting. So the one problem I had with this episode is well, I'm going to explain in a second why, but there's no sound for anything I'm doing in the game. The reason for that is I wanted to record this without music, so I got rid of the music, but unfortunately I was a little overzealous and I stopped recording like all the sound output from the computer accidentally. This won't happen again. In future episodes, and in this, what I'm trying to do is by taking out the music, I decide, okay, I'm not explaining this very well. I decided that I'm going to control the music, so I will put in the music where it fits. And I'll use Minecraft music, but there are also some other YouTubers have used music effectively from other sources as background music, and I'm going to experiment with that. I can't say specifically what I'm using because I'm gonna have to plunk it in here and see how it sounds after I've recorded the soundtrack. Oh, what I'm doing here is really interesting though. In the previous episode and in episodes before that, whenever I go over this region of ground, I always hear noises like zombies and things. I'm thinking maybe there's a dungeon in here, and maybe every time I get close it causes the zombies to spawn. And as I was walking over the different areas, I heard different sounds. No monsters, but in one case I heard water, in another case lava. Unfortunately, you couldn't hear those sounds. So there's no dungeon down here, but there's a cavern area very close to the surface. Now what I want to do is, since I'm going to make my dwelling out of sandstone, I thought I'd make a quarry. I wanted to make it further away, but I thought this would be a place to explore first before I do that, because maybe I could kill two birds with one stone, expose a dungeon or a cavern system, and mine out sand and sandstone. Anyway, and yeah, there's plenty of iron and coal down here as well. So here I'm just exploring and mining. So I'll put music that's freely available with a Creative Commons license in throughout this video and probably in the future videos, depending on how it goes. I can't give credit because I don't know specifically which music I'm going to use, but I would imagine that I started with a normal Minecraft song, and then after that ended, or when it ends, depending on how long it had to play, I'll put something else that seems appropriate, and I'll just experiment with music. It's cool to use different types of music for different situations, and also to mix it up a bit rather than just being at the mercy of what Minecraft wants to play at a particular time. And I've noticed sometimes it goes a long time without playing music, and other times it starts playing music and stops. Or in one case, it just like stopped for a few seconds and restarted. So I'm going to play around with that. Anyway, what I found interesting about this cave area I'm exploring is I distinctly heard lava at one point on the surface, and yet in all these explorations in this video and in the next video, which I have already recorded, I never came across the lava. I'm sure it's down here somewhere. So anyway, after I light things up and get the coal and the iron, my next step is to start a sand and sandstone quarry. And I learned an effective way of doing that by watching Etho. He goes as far below the sand layer as he can, takes out one block, plunks a torch, and then digs up above that, and when it reaches the sand above, the sand falls on the torch and breaks. Unfortunately, as we will see, this doesn't work very well because there just isn't that much sand above me. But after night falls, and after I stop recording, I do most of my mining, and I do manage to get a great deal of sandstone, at least enough to make my new half-slab platform that I will use to keep away the zombies. And please definitely let me know what you think of me using different music and my selection of music in the different episodes. And also what you think of this, I don't know what you'd call it, asynchronous recording, where I'm narrating after the fact. I've noticed that I'm talking a lot about things that aren't happening on the screen. I definitely can't do this every episode, but I'm thinking I may do it occasionally. It's a nice change. And I will be doing it also in the next episode. After that, I don't really know. I have to see how it goes. Okay, here I am. There's some water. One thing you might not know is, of course, you know you can plunk a block in there to stop the flow of water. You can also plunk a torch in there, like that, and sometimes it washes the torch away, but the torch has already done its job. And amazingly, you can also do that with a torch in a lava source block. I can't show you that here because I never found any lava, but maybe in a future episode. And I'm very happy to finally be finding coal. I was really getting low, and pretty soon I'm going to need more torches. So, what else should I say? It's kind of hard to know what people like and what they don't like because this is only my 10th episode and I don't have much of a following, and so far no one has left a comment, which is completely to be expected at this early stage. I do hope that by the time I've done 90 some episodes that I will start getting comments, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this world progresses, how it looks like in my 100th episode, what I will have created here, and also what I will do after this. Another idea, I probably won't do this, but it just seemed like an interesting idea that occurred to me, is maybe following 100 days of Minecraft, I could do 100 nights of Minecraft. And so I'm never active in the daytime, but I do all my stuff at night, both indoors and out. In fact, maybe there won't be any indoors. Maybe the only inside place will be caverns, and I'll always be under the night sky or inside a cavern. That would be cool, and that could be a continuation either of this world, or I could start a new world. Once again, I don't think I'll be doing that. I'm just tossing around ideas, and I probably should focus more on what I'm doing here rather than future plans. So the good thing about getting this all lit up is when I'm walking around outside on subsequent days, I won't have to listen to the zombies and the skeletons and the spiders skulking around underneath me. I finally got this area found and lit. Haven't explored everything, of course, but everything near the surface and near where I'm living and working has now been lit up. Okay, and as you can see from my clock, it's starting to get late, so I will need to hunker down for the night, and instead of going back to my platform, my over ocean platform, I'm going to spend the night in here and do some mining, and I'll do that off camera. And then on day 11, I can start working on my home, and I'll feel pretty happy when I at least have the platform completely replaced with half slabs. Okay, so if memory serves, I'm about to look up through the opening to see the night sky. Yes, except it's not night quite yet. So I'm doing a bit more mining. And this is the torch method I told you about. Most people know this already. But as you're about to see here, the problem is there's just not that much sand. It works great when you come to an area where the sand is piled like 10 deep, and then you just go way down below it, and you can carve out an immense area very quickly using torches. Here, you know, it doesn't help that much. Okay, so I'm going to make a crafting bench, or a workbench, or a crafting table, or whatever it's called. And then I will make a chest. And inside the chest I will put sand and sandstone and maybe a few other things to make space for the sand and the sandstone that I will take back to my platform. There's the chest. It's nighttime, and I hope there are no creepers up there. And that's me waving good night.